Some peoples are great marketeers. They can speak up to anything. They'll make you sell anything or buy you anything. Those people I've seen in my batch, they guys went into HR specialization just because HR at that time have had good companies coming for hirings. So at the end of the hiring season, if you see, that guy was still unplaced because the path which he chose was wrong. He didn't understand himself. He went behind the placement. Corporate, what they require is they want you to finish a job of 3 or 4%. Either you do it by yourself or you automate it. Instead of paying for 3 members, I can pay it for you. So corporate judge you by that value.
A misconception within a student himself or herself, probably on the growth of the specialization or seeing the specializations growth in the market. What am I? What is my relationship with that particular specialization is missing. Could you please give us a little idea about how our students can choose the specialization wisely?
Know what you guys have studied in your 11th and 12th on your accounting. That is very major. Wherever you go, that is going to help you in it because that is the base. Me, I'll be not doing anything at my hostel. I'll be just lying around, enjoying life. At the end, I used to come. But considering this will be not working in your workplace or organization.
Hello, welcome to the Alumni podcast. I am Nancy Johnson, Head Corporate and Alumni Relations, GIBS Business School. The Alumni podcast brings together all our nostalgia memories along with our alumni who are the current change makers, the product of GIBS. Through these conversations with them, we aim to bridge the gap between classroom learning and the real world success. So here all, today we have Mr. Dhanussik. I'm excited to have him here with us, a distinguished alumni who is currently an investment consultant at Aon. From pursuing a BCom in corporate secretaryship to building a successful career in finance and investment consulting, Dhanussik's journey is a testament to continuous learning and progressive aspirations. Along with resilience and the power of making the most of every opportunity, Dhanussik has carried himself in a most successful manner. His experiences in finance, analytics, and professional growth offer valuable lessons for students and young professionals aspiring to build meaningful careers. Let's together welcome Mr. Dhanussik. Hey Dhanussik, and welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you, Ali. Thanks for having me here.
Most welcome. Dhanussik, please let us know, how are you feeling to get back to your alma mater?
It's great. All the old memories are just passing there in my head.
I know. Could you share a couple of memories?
Yeah, sure. Like, we used to always initially hate that Saturdays are working. But currently, I do miss that. Okay, it was actually great spending the Saturdays with my friends, finishing school, having college extra classes that we hate, bitching that with our friends. But still, now coming here again and sitting back here, it throws me that feedbacks and all that great memories with that.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you exactly your emotional connect to GIBS, back to your alma mater after 3-4 years?
3 years.
3 years, after 3 years.
It is pretty great. Like, only one thought is running in my head is that I remember when I was a student, I was sitting over there interviewing an alumni. Okay. So it is great for me to sit here this side now and answer the questions.
Excellent, excellent, lovely. So being as a proud guest, an alumni coming as a proud guest is really a pride to you as well as to us as well. To have you here as a guest here with us. So Dhanussik, yes, before we could jump deep dive into our actual conversations, the meaningful conversations for today's podcast, I would want to know about your journey, your childhood journey, your passion, your interest, where you did your undergraduation, how did you land up in GIBS, what exactly GIBS nurtured you in, and why is that love, passion and compassion towards GIBS is still there holding on to you? I'm quite curious and interested to know about all those.
So initially I was such an introverted person, but after stepping into GIBS and meeting all different people, it has completely changed my view that I can also be a proper outspoken person to anyone. So if I want to tell about my childhood and everything, I'm from Coimbatore, but I was born in Madurai but brought up in Coimbatore. I did my UG at GR Damodaran College of Arts and Science. I did my BCom with corporate secretaryship degree. After post that, after my UG, I actually got placed, but due to COVID, it got delayed and delayed. So I decided, why not take one more degree and try. At that time, multiple options were running in my head. Either I should do MBA or PGDM. But when I was getting the reviews, the reviews were actually great for PGDM. Then I started to choose colleges. Which one should I choose? So I guess I applied for 3 or 4 colleges, same in Bangalore. But the reason why I chose GIBS is the way they treat when people ask for information about the college. Like I guess I spoke with Sandeep. Yeah, Sandeep sir. So the way he greeted everyone, even he directly contacted my father and he started speaking that you can trust us. This is a great institution. So that gave me the grasp. Okay, the guys are treating the people great. So it is a great institute for me to join. So that is the reason I stepped into GIBS and I started exploring. So in that way, GIBS, after that, when I stepped into GIBS, as I said, they made me a proper outspoken person. And the one reason I'm able to sit in front of camera and speak is because of finishing school. So which I feel during my days in college, we used to, why we are doing that? It's wasting our Saturday. That was our mindset. But that is helping me now to sit in front of camera and speak with you guys.
Excellent. Lovely. I know that journey, right? Initial days, it's very common for a young boy or a girl, for a student to really know what is the purpose of me doing all these back to back, grooming myself. What is the purpose? But the purpose is not an immediate result. Purpose is always a long-term vision. So you are seeing your purpose right now on how GIBS has groomed you exactly. And excellent.
Yeah.
So Dhanussik, you had progressed from, IND Analyst 1 to Analyst 2. Could you please explain what exactly it is and how did that progression happen and what exactly the efforts you had put in for your...
So initially when I stepped into Aon, I joined as a junior analyst, like IND Analyst 1. So in that, what we do is we just learn the process, like doing everything. Post that, based on our performance, like how we perform there and whether we have understood the concept and work why we are doing. They promote us to senior analyst, which I am now. So as a senior analyst, what we guys do is we take over multiple process ownership. We directly reach out to the onshore peoples and finish the project on time. And we also step into review side of our projects as well. So this is the progression. And if I want to speak about what I have did for that is, one thing, as I said, the initial conversation which we are having before is, I will always try to get the concept from the root, irrespective of what the topic is. So the same thing which I applied there was why we do that, what the company is, what is their major this thing, and why we are performing this. So that understanding concept, which I remember Soumya Sendil ma'am was telling me about it. Because she was our faculty for statistics. For statistics, that is important. Why we are doing this and what is the need of that. So that helped me in grasping the concept immediately and upskilling myself over there, which helped me to stand out in the organization. So that reason I feel it made me to grow in the organization and it is still helping me to grow there.
Excellent. Very nice. So how long are you there in Aon?
It's been 2.9 years.
Very nice. Close to 3 years.
Yeah, correct.
Tell me your experience in such a big global firm. So you have got yourself, it's a big achievement and we are immensely proud of it.
All thanks to GIBS for that.
Absolutely. All thanks to GIBS. So please tell me, Dhanussik, how was your initial days in Aon? And in a big global firm like Aon, you have progressed to analyst too. Tell me about your experience and tell me what you learned initially to grow up to this level.
So my experience is on as a fresher, like that same, the goosebumps which we get on the first day of our college, like, okay, what is it? How do I act here? Then slowly going forward, the one advantage which I got was my team was great. So in there, I got a great gel up over there. So they supported me wherever I want. And other thing that helped me is the friends which I got from here. So even we guys are still together. So all the stories I'll hear from them, like how their workplace works and how mine work. So after hearing all those things, I will be having that mindset. Okay, if these are all happening, I can survive an organization which is just expecting me to understand the work and contribute whatever I am able to do that. So this has been my mindset for the first initial 6 months of the organization. Post that, when I started to grab what the work is and how can I contribute more, I started implementing those changes which I felt, okay, this might help the organization in doing that. Contributions I would suggest that was helped me, that contributions that helped me in achieving was finishing school. Again, I'm repeating finishing school is because there was one guy, Sujit Jha, who was the lead for our team. Like, as everyone knows, most of the students will tell him he is being the strictest one of all the finishing school. Whichever group he is there, that group is gone. But now I feel very thankful for him that thank God he became my tutor, or else it would have been hard for me, because I see a couple of my friends who didn't take that a very serious concern. They guys, like, now they are good, but the starting stage of their organization, everything that has been not that great. So whatever I feel the growth which I got in corporate is, one is because of whatever I learned from here. Next is because what I personally believed that, okay, this should work, and the confidence that I had on myself. Third is my friends and my colleagues over there. So these three are the key reasons, like why I am still there in the organization and why I am progressing there in the organization.
Excellent. Yeah. So friends do play an important role in our upskilling and in our growth of our life as well. Talk about that, because that is the mandatory, mandate of the current scenario of young people. In fact, choosing the right people next to you, right? Who could help us to grow. Talk a little bit about it for the young people mainly.
Yeah, sure. Like initial days of PGDM, since it's a new city and me being a Tamilian, I always went to Tamil people. But slowly I started adapting to different cultured peoples in my classrooms. I started mingling with all of them, and I started to know, okay, these are also there outside of my comfort zone and everything. So in that, if you ask me, my best friend is now not from Tamil Nadu. She is from Odisha. We guys are the closest people. Like she is Sunita. Even she came for Bangalore just for PGDM. We got to know from PGDM. Now we guys are still the best friend. Whatever, anything, corporate talks, anything, we guys will be speaking with her. So we guys are like that go-to person for each other. Anything we want to speak. So, and the friendship which you asked, it's very important. I'll tell why it is. I felt the same way with her is, even she came from a similar background which I came from. So both of our this interest was to come out of a college in a very well mannered and to have something on our back to lay back on. So in that way, whenever, even in college, we guys used to discuss about that. What is our next step after college? She guided me in everything. Even my other friends, like my hostel mates, my roommates, we all guys were having that same mindset that okay, after college, about to end it is, what is our next step? Even if not here, what we can lay back on.
Yeah.
They guys were giving the suggestions. We used to share the job referrals to each other. There was nothing like, okay, I got it, only I will do it. It's like even post interviews, we guys will be like, okay, the major concept they guys are asking is this, you learn this. So all those inputs which I gave to them and whatever I got it, those friendship, I would tell, is the key reason that I got back from GIBS. And
Excellent.
still it is maintaining. So in that way, I'm pleased for that, for what
Excellent.
GIBS gave.
Excellent. Lovely.
Yeah.
Dhanussik, just tell me about this. In your final year, you know, like any student, definitely you would have been aspiring for your placements.
Yeah.
Talk about how you were during the placement season. Did you chase for placements, or were you still to enhance what you really need than what you want? Can you just give some idea about it?
So final year, as everyone was chasing behind placements, even I was, because the end goal was for me to placement. But I also thought for a placement, what I need to improve there. So in that way, what I felt was, whatever the concept that are being taught here, that I need to know. Anyway, all the corporates are not going to ask you the rocket science questions. Whatever you know, whatever the basic expectation they are expecting from you, and whatever you have mentioned in your CV, from that only they guys are going to ask. So the first step which I did was, I recalled what are the topics that I am great at. And I tried upskilling over that topics. And I tried rebrushing those topics. And only the topic which I am confident about, and only the project which I am confident about, on that particular topic, I started concentrating on more. So that there is a strong point for me over there. Instead of me going everywhere and collecting all points and not remembering anything, I can just concentrate on one proper thing. The one proper thing which I concentrated was finance.
Excellent.
Finance, what are the topics that have been taught in the class? Since my UG days, I all recollected it. I put it in a common place, like, okay, this is the main, the reason the background is running is for this reason. So for that, what are the steps that I need to take to upskill over there? So that upskilling I did. I concentrated on a single topic. I leveled up myself over there, and all, if you see my curriculum vitae, still it will be all over in the same point. It will not vary. So whatever the questions or interview I am getting, it will be of the same topic which I know. So I can crack it. So that was the major thing that was running in my mind, to focus on one thing rather than just running around placement. At that time, when 2023 compared for marketing, finance, the placement was very less. That was the hard truth, every student knows. So we guys were in a mindset that, okay, the chances of us getting placed from college is very less. That was our initial mindset. But the point that changed me was that this thing, upskilling. That, okay, let's not chase around placement, because our concept is known that chances of getting placement through college is very rare, considering for our branch of finance. So we started, everyone in the class, we started upskilling ourselves the skills alone. That skill helped us actually. So in that way, for everyone, not only for me, everyone who was in the finance class, because even our professors used to say, the reason the placement for less was there in finance is, usually in finance, they will not hire freshers much. They want experienced folk in the organization, because finance is a deep one. All the organization will be not ready to invest that much on a fresher, and they'll be not ready to train freshers on that much. So whatever step for a finance students we guys are taking, we need to take it either in a startup or else from the base level it should be. So in that way, our professors guided us, Arun sir, as I remember, Arun sir, and there was a visiting faculty for us, Dhanussik D sir. He gave us that hard reality check. Okay, this is the current market for finance. You guys are entering into that. So he gave us that mindset over that at the start of second year itself. Placements are going to be tough. So let's not run behind placement. Instead, let's upskill ourselves and understand what professors are teaching us in the class. So these four things were the major reasons the major reasons which we guys were concentrating on second year before placements.
Excellent.
And luckily in my first interview itself, I got cracked.
Through institution.
Yeah, correct.
Excellent. Well, what could you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So my placement has been always a Tom and Jerry race. Initially, during my internship period itself, I got placed for a business analytic firm. Finance plus business analytics firm in Kent Research.
Excellent. That's through the institution?
Yes, that was
GIBS.
through the institution. And at that time, what happened was they guys were delaying the offer letter so much due to that COVID situation. So we reached out for placements, and there was also, because once I get an opportunity, I shouldn't be appearing for the other placement. That was the rule.
Correct.
But since the college, everything got over, we also gave our final examinations. The placement accepted at that time. They guys are like, okay, fine, it's a genuine reason. So the next company that was in line was Aeon. So I gave for Aeon. To be frank, I had zero hope that I'll be getting into it because the interview was very hectic. They grilled. So I had zero hope. But next day I got call from placement that they have selected you. Like, okay, fine. So placement have been Tom and Jerry for not only for me, for everyone in our batch.
I know. It's not just for you, for anybody, anybody. We all have gone through that journey.
Correct.
So for all of us. So the only reason what I felt was awareness of what I need. Awareness of where I need to reach. My destination, At least, destination in a sense, I'm not talking about the final destination. Because we would have multiple destinations before reaching the final destination.
Correct.
So as a fresher, as a young student, as a student's mindset or state of mind, definitely I would have multiple things in my mind. So where do I need to reach first? What do I need to do? A back calculation is required. What do you suggest, Dhanussik?
Yeah, that is true. Like, thing is, in PGDM, there is nothing like we will be knowing what our future is exactly at the start of the phase.
Perfect, yes.
It is not that medicine or something that we know, okay, I'm going to be this after 20 or 30 years.
True.
In a PGDM or anything related to it, you need to have that base step that is your first job. Wherever that first job, irrespective of you liking that role or the job, you need to know what that is. From that only you are going to go for the next
Step
10
up.
or 15 years.
Correct.
So instead of planning that first 20 or 30 years, take that first step first, understand what is there, then you plan that next 10 years, that step what is going to do for you. So that I would suggest.
Excellent. So Dhanussik, you mentioned to your own self that you are I generally do not like to brand anybody as introverts or extroverts, but that's the two words what generally young people, they brand themselves, ma'am, I'm an introvert, ma'am, I'm an extrovert. Mainly extroverts do not call themselves as extroverts, but then some students come up saying that actually I'm an introvert, ma'am, I don't talk much, but being an introvert doesn't mean that you needn't have to talk much. There is entirely a different meaning for it. So I take the meaning and I assign that personality for myself. I think today's young people, young generation are into that mode. But coming to the point exactly, you have coordinated with EDP and MDP programs at GIBS. Tell me, being, you tell yourself to be so-called introvert, but then you have been an excellent coordinator for organizing these development programs.
Yeah, so as I said, though at the starting I was an introvert, but after seeing people over here, my mindset started changing. So to come out of that, what step I need to take is to take more responsibilities, or else to involve in a part where I will be seen by multiple or from anywhere. So at that time, the concept of that society started in our class. So there are multiple societies that we guys were leading. And to be true, I never thought I will be ending up as a society head or this society.
Excellent.
It was just a fluke that I got into it. And for my luck that I got into that as a leader of that. So that also helped me in coming out of that so-called introvert zone. So anyway, once I became that, I need to step up myself. I need to give that introduction. I need to speak with multiple people, organize events. So if you ask that, I told that I came out of that introverted zone, that society also holds a great part for me.
Yeah. Excellent. As Ritesh sir always used to say, approach yourself to approach infinity. That's an excellent statement. So until and unless you realize what you are from yourself within, you would not know what is my next step going ahead. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Yes, Dhanussik, beyond this, what do you think now, being a finance student, being a finance student, what do you think for a typical finance fresher, all right, to step up into a successful career where he or she want to land up in that particular portfolio only? What is the basic requirement as a student? I'm talking about both hard and soft skills, what they have to imbibe for themselves. So if you could just take us through that.
So the hard skill first, which I suggest, is know what you guys have studied in your 11th and 12th on your accounting. That is very major. Wherever you go, that is going to help you in it, because that is the base. Second, whatever you guys learning in the college, that I know as a student, even I used to work on that typical calculation, sitting in the examinations, all tallying, this should go with that. That is not going to help you in a corporate, but what is going to help is that what mindset you had while doing the calculation. Like, how you know that this is coming under that, this is going under this subheaders. So how you present yourself over there. Okay, I chose this categories are going under this category in finance, and these subsectors are going to this subsectors. How you are going to calculate that, that calculation is only going to be a part to develop yourself in finance, not the any other calculation or the tough sums that we do in our class. So whenever we guys are doing any calculation, instead of tallying the problem, understand what comes under what and why it should get tallied. If we understand that key concept, finance is a very easy one. In that way, hard skill, every person in finance, they should know, I feel. And in soft skill, if you want, just explain what you know. Don't go to the topic that you are not even aware of. Just because you know the header, it doesn't mean that you are a top freak in that subject. Sometimes the person who is opposite to you may be even a more top freak than in that same subject. So all in soft terms, just speak what you know. Let it be even basic concept.
Correct.
My interview crack was like that. I didn't go for a hardest one. The basic one I spoke, but they liked the basic understanding which I had on that normal topic. So these two things only I'll suggest. In terms of hard skill, just know why we are doing that and why this calculations are important. That's all. Soft skill, speak only what you know. Don't go for that additional stuffs.
Excellent. Very nice. So talk what you know and know what you talk.
Yeah, that is true.
Perfect. Lovely, Dhanussik. Lovely. So yes, I have a beautiful question, in fact. Coming to finance again, back to finance. What is the difference between studying finance and understanding finance? And how does that help in getting into the right career?
The great example I have is studying finance. Usually I used to do one night before the examination. That next day I'm going to anyway forget it. But understanding finance is the one which I did during my 11th and 12th. Still the basic concept I know, that basic journals, ledger entries, balance sheet, that stuff is rooted in my head because I understood that it was a new topic for me. all the other things that we do one night before the examinations just to get that pass mark or else the whatever mark you are expecting, that is just the study knowledge. You are not going to remember that after 1 or 2 days. So for me, that is understanding finance and just studying finance.
Beautiful, beautifully said, beautifully said. All right, why do students who tick every box, there is a big checklist, however, having, say, good grades, graduating from good college, getting into good job also, but still there's something missing. There's something missing. Is there anything missing in you? So now you are around 3 years in your professional journey. In these 3 years, what do you think is still missing in you and what you are seeking, and where is that fulfillment really lying?
If you ask me, in my current role, I would suggest that though I got into a perfect position where I'm seeing myself, but still there are some other things also corporate will be expecting us from. In terms, corporate is not only like what you will do what they ask. You need to at some point of time you need to level up something. You need to automate something. So corporate requires that they need you to automate the work. Corporate, what they require is they want you to finish a job of 3 or 4%. Either you do it by yourself or you automate it. Instead of paying for 3 members, I can pay it for you. So corporate judge you by that value. What updation you can provide to a corporate or to a process. So in that way, I feel though I'm still in the development of updation or process, I need to still level up for that. So the key thing that requires to level up is knowing end-to-end Excel and Power BI for that.
Okay.
So corporate requires that. Whichever organization we go or whatever roles you go, Microsoft Excel will be there. Excel is a key in all the corporates, irrespective of what function they do, but Excel they need, basic Excel they need, and you need to update yourself every year in Excel, because Excel is also coming up with every new updates on a yearly basis. You need to, no need of requiring end-to-end also, just know what is it and what process it does. It's a very easy one. So you can just YouTube, if you guys refer, you can understand the concept in 5 minutes. So just upgrade ourselves on Excels and Power BI for finance, I'm telling. So these things corporate expect from us to update ourselves.
Excellent, lovely, lovely, beautifully said. So now coming to a little back, all right. I'm traveling again back. What is that specific parameter every student should know before choosing the specialization? Because there is again a misconception within a student himself or herself. I choose probably on the growth of the specialization or seeing the specializations growth in the market. What am I? What is my relationship with that particular specialization is missing. Could you please give us a little idea about how our students can choose the specialization wisely?
Yeah, sure. Like from my live example, I'll tell. So when I was a student, people were chasing behind placements. So they guys used to choose specialization based on placements. Okay, for these specializations, the placements are good. I'll go for that.
Correct.
It was the main concept. These guys were choosing placement. So instead of that, what I would suggest or I would recommend is first understand what you know, choose placement based on that. Some people are great marketers. They can speak up to anything. They'll make you sell anything or buy you anything. Those people I've seen in my batch, they guys went into HR specialization just because HR at that time have had good companies coming for hirings. So at the end of the hiring season, if you see, that guy was still unplaced because the path which he chose was wrong. He didn't understand himself. He went behind the placement. So instead of going such kind of this thing, first understand what you are good at. I chose finance because in my 12th I got good grades and I understand finance very well, including solving issues with my friends or assisting my friends in finance. I got a great feedback and I had that internal voice running in my me. Okay, I like finance somehow and I'm good at it. Let me go into finance and let me see what and all is more in that. Similarly, I'll suggest for all, like first understand what are the three, know which one will suit you perfectly. Then you guys see whether there is a growth opportunity in that or not. Before selecting this, don't see the growth opportunity or don't see the placement companies that are coming for you. If you end up chasing to that, that is not going to work out. Either you are going to get placed at a normal thing and struggle, or else you are not going to get placed at all. So only these two situations I have seen my friends who misplaced that paths. So those things are important. Understand what you know first, then choose the placement. You are having a very great set of classmates or professors or your best friends who know you. Ask them what you are good at.
Feedback.
Yeah, that is great actually. I don't know, many people's they'll not do that. They guys are a bit shy that okay, I'll not ask. They guys are going to judge me. I feel that is waste. Better get a feedback, know what you are good at, then follow that.
Excellent, excellent. So I think matrix analysis is much required.
Yeah.
What are you good at and what are you interested in?
Yeah, correct.
So if it matches good at and interested, go ahead.
Yeah.
Perfect. Rightly said, rightly said. One last question to you, Dhanussik. One habit that quietly destroys a student's potential, what do you think it could be?
This is coming from my personal experience, laziness. So even I used to do that. I used to be like very chill during class times and everything. Last minute, I used to rush everything, projects, everything. If you ask me, I'll be not doing anything at my hostel. I'll be just lying around, enjoying life. At the end, I used to come. But considering this will be not working in your workplace or organization.
Correct.
It is not going to be like they'll be giving you a due that you need to finish it by this time and all. Whenever you are there, a work will be there for you. So that laziness, everyone has to come out of that.
I get you. Perfect. Laziness is one of the, maybe I would say, high rated, habit which reduces the potential, even if how high the potential of the student is. Very nice. Where did you learn more? In your classroom or in your internship or once you set into your career?
It's not like where you learn more, but it's moreover like what I learned from each things.
Excellent.
So in classrooms, it is more of friendship than learning. Learning was there, but there was more also like connection buildings over there. All my friends now, they guys are into various works and various organizations, and it's moreover like connection building for me and finding a better person to hang out or to share my feelings with. In that, maybe a 40 or 50% is only learning that came. Then in terms of internship is what I understood as internship was, okay, let's see how an office setup is, how they work, how a typical office works, what morning they are coming in, they guys are going for lunch, they leave in between this time, how they behave and what they do. Internship, this is the basic learning which everyone, whoever went into my organization, they got. What is an organization? In workplace, it changes everything from you.
Correct.
It will be not the same as what you did in your college or not what you learned in internship. It varies completely. There is a huge responsibility which they will be putting it on you. If you are not confident, either upskill or else tell that you need time, you need resource for it. There is nothing wrong in corporate. You are telling that. Nobody is going to tell anything on that. They just want the output from you, not how you are getting the output. So in corporate, everything needs to be there. In college, I learned one, internship, I learned one. In corporate, you need to add those two, and whatever other learnings you are having, you need to add all and you have to survive that. So these three are the major learning which I got from all the three individual segments from the life.
Very nice, very nice. So, Dhanussik, it was a lovely interaction with you. How do you feel now after, giving so much of inputs to the young generation who are watching this podcast? How are you feeling currently?
It is pretty great for me. I've never thought that I'll come to the same college where I did my PGDM and give us come as a guest. So it has always been a honor for me, and I take this moment to thank my professor Soumya ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, and Arun sir for the continuous support which they gave me during the college. It's without them I never expected I'll end up in corporate. And for my friends as well, especially for Sunita, who has been sticking up with me though whatever we guys are doing, and my other friends like Henry, Nandish, Prakash, Mano, who we guys always chit chat. So it is great coming here. So when I entered itself, I felt okay. I'm already late to college. So it's great coming here.
Excellent, excellent. It's a nostalgia feeling.
Yeah, I
for you,
expected
right?
watchman that security guard will be asking my ID, and I have to go back.
Excellent, excellent. That's lovely. That's lovely. I know, yeah, small mischievous
Yeah,
things would always be good. If not, that's not the real essence
Yeah.
of a college life. And that has to be there, in
Yeah.
fact. That has to be there. However, how are we balancing on the other end also matters a lot. And I think to the audience who are watching out, today's interaction would have been really very valuable for y'all to take it up as takeaway for y'all, because Dhanussik not just spoke about all what he has gone through for his achievement, but all what he has done as a mistake also, which has stayed as a barrier, and how he overcome that. I mean, how did he overcome every single barrier to face those challenges to be where he is today right now. Thank you so much, Dhanussik. It was lovely having this beautiful interaction with you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
yeah. Thanks, Melly. Thanks for having me. It is a great
Always.
opportunity for me to come back to the same college.
Always,
Yeah.
always. So thank you so much for watching this podcast. So this is Nancy again signing off. Until I meet you in the next podcast, see you. Take care. Bye.